Welcome back to the channel, guys. So let's get it rolling for Dragon Ball Super episode 120 review. So if you guys remember, Piccolo is no longer with Universe 7. Sadly, I'm telling you, he got eliminated by that stupid bug in episode 119. I am never going to forget that. Toriyama did him dirty. Okay, so let's dive into episode 120. If you guys have not seen it, go back and leave and watch that and then come back in here. But we see how intense Gohan is. And I'm telling you guys, I love it. It brings back the old feelings of Dragon Ball Z when Gohan was kicking major ass against Super Buu, kicking some serious gangster ass against Super Buu. So it just goes to show that we finally seen the Gohan that we all come to love. And I like how the fact that when the episode starts, Gohan warns his teammates, specifically Vegeta and Goku, that they only have 6 warriors left. And yeah, they need to be careful because losing too many people when they have to fight Jiren and the remaining fighters in Universe 11 is going to be extremely difficult to survive. Topo is no joke, so you can't just fuck around with this dude because he will eliminate and kick your ass. And Dispo, that dude is fast as a motherfucker, alright? So he is extremely fast. So they need to watch out. Universe 7 needs to watch out and play this fight smart. And not to mention, Jiren looks like he's ready to get down to business. When you guys see that scene, his face was intense. This dude is not here to joke around because he wants to win that Super Dragon Ball, and whatever wish he is, it seems mysterious. We don't know what he wants, but he has a specific wish in his mind that he wants, and he's in desperate need of winning this fight. But if you guys remember, Goku looks up at Jiren, and he also foreshadowed Universe 7's victory against Universe 3. And it also goes to show that Universe 7 will win, but we have to ask ourselves, who in the process of this fight is going to get eliminated? When this fight concludes, is the androids getting eliminated, both of them? Is Ultimate and Gohan getting eliminated? Or is Frieza or all of them going to get eliminated? And we're only going to come down to Vegeta and Goku. It's just something you got to ask yourself. Keep that in mind. What is going to happen when this fight concludes? But already, Goku's statement was already indicating that Universe 3 will be defeated and Universe 7 will be the last one standing to fight have to fight in the main event, the biggest showdown of them all, Universe 11. So now Universe 3, the God of Destruction Monsters, commands his warrior to take action since they feel they have a greater in number than the remaining universe, specifically Universe 7, since they're going to be fighting them right now. So they started to target them. That's what the episode is all about. So I'm glad they didn't fuse first, because if they did that, that would have took the fun out of me. I would have actually stopped the episode right away and not watch it, and I wouldn't have done this review. So I'm really glad that Super decided not to do it and allowed the episode to progress and allowed the fight between these two universes to continue on, to force them to start to do the fusion. But as you guys can see, as the fight was progressing throughout the entire episode, Universe 3 couldn't get manhandled by Universe 7, especially the robots. The robots were no joke. You see how the android, as well as Vegeta, as well as Goku, and Gohan were having an extremely hard time. They weren't having the easy time. It wasn't like a walk in the park, kicking the dude ass like, yeah, I got this. No, they weren't doing any of that. And the reason being is because Beerus, we got to watch that scene. Beerus also said that Universe 3 robots are beginning to recognize their movements. And that's because they have that one robot standing idle to analyze each of the Z fighters' movements. Shit, I'm telling you, that explains why they have survived this long in the tournament. To be able to scan and analyze your opponent's movement and relay that data to your teaming puts others in a disadvantage, because their team has the most updated data of their opponent's fighting style. So how can you fight that against somebody who knows every move you're gonna make, who knows how the way you like to fight? If you guys let's put this perspective in the real world. We are based on routine, right? A lot of us are. So we're a creature of habit. So we try to break that habit. You know how hard that is to break your habit, especially when you guys remember that fight in the Universe 7 versus Universe 6 fight. If you guys remember that tournament, Goku tells Hit that you're not going to be able to change your fighting style easy. You know, you are a creature of habit. It's very hard to break off what you're used to doing all the time. But so it was very interesting that this universe, we finally get the answer why they are the final 3 universes in this Tournament of Power. So it makes a lot of sense. Not because of the strength that they have. They are extremely powerful, but it's also because of how smart they are. And they're like a computer. You can't really compete against a computer. Processing is so fast. But let's go for it. I'm getting a little out of hand with this. So Gohan unleashes that massive Kamehameha on that robot out there, analyzing Gohan's strength. But that wasn't nothing. It didn't really phase him. But I'm still rattling about that scene because it showed me how badass this dude can be when they let him. You know, Super, like I said in the beginning of the series, they did him dirty. They made him a scrawny little dude. After everything he done in Dragon Ball Z, you just take all that power and snuff it out of him. And finally, they gave it back to him. And I do think that Ultimate Gohan is a lot stronger now than he is since the Buu saga in Dragon Ball Z. But as we go forward, we see that Vegeta and Goku are starting to fight. And as we see the two of them about to fight those robots, Gohan intervenes. And he tells them, like, yo, I'm going to handle this. And guess what? He whips out that Ultimate Gohan form. He whips out that Ultimate form. And and the reason why he's doing this is not because of pride. It's because, like I said, he has a high IQ when it comes to fighting, especially when you're in a team. There's a reason why Goku anointed him as a leader. Gohan is the smartest fighter in their team. Well, first was Piccolo, but now Piccolo's gone, so now he's the next in line. And he is a splitting image of Piccolo because them two have very high IQ. So he tells them, he's like, hey, look, you guys need to preserve your strength when it comes down to fighting Universe 11. That makes a lot of sense because how can Universe 7 fight against Universe 11 when you know that Universe 11 hasn't been fighting for a long time? They've been spectating and sitting behind the scenes waiting to see who's going to be the last universe to fight. So they're fully fresh. They don't have any kind of depleted stamina. Toppo should be fully recovered after the Vegeta fight. There's no reason. And Disco hasn't laid a finger, I think, since after the hit fight. And he did try attacking Goku with Ultra Instinct, but that was it. Jiren's like, no more. But other than that, these dudes should be fresh. So now going forward, when Gohan takes over, we see the fight sequences of Gohan fighting alone. And I gotta tell you, it was amazing. The animation of Gohan fighting these robots was gangster. It was not disappointing whatsoever. It didn't look like, what the hell am I seeing here? I could barely see any kind of definition of what's going on. It's just a bunch of little scribbles and like little kid drawing. But no, not at all. And the shading, some of the shading was good. It wasn't like 116, but you saw some of the shading on Goku. I'm telling you, the animation was good. So the fight scenes were pretty good. The fight choreography was amazing. But that's not the main point of what I'm trying to address here. The main point was that, yes, we seen Gohan's strength. He's holding his own, but we also see his intelligence when it comes to combat. Such a major, major improvement for this man's development since throughout the entire series. Yes, he's always been smart. He's always been about academic, but still being trained how to fight by the greatest genius, by Piccolo, that's a deadly, deadly combo because you're a Saiyan who can have, especially when you're a hybrid. A hybrid can have a higher potential than a pure-blooded Saiyan. You have that as a hybrid, a hidden potential, and then you have a man who's a combat genius and teaches you the ins and outs of how to fight. That's a deadly, deadly combination. We also see that Universe 3 also loses their warriors. So they also lose this warrior, I think his name is Vieira. I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong, but unfortunately Vieira was not part of the fusion. He was not. So 1718 eliminates him, so then Universe 3 starts to resort to Plan X. And we finally get to see what it's all about. The three-way fusion of the Universe 3 robot. I cannot pronounce their name. It was such a weird name. I cannot pronounce it. But then we go to see Frieza. Of course, Frieza being Frieza, this dude is not going to shed an ounce of stamina to help his teammates out. He can be an ass, but this should be no surprise to us. If you guys have known Frieza since Dragon Ball Z Day, Frieza is a dick. He's a major dick. He will not help anybody out but himself. So, as to be expected, Gohan's battle against the fusion robot was not a walk in the park. Honestly, I'm not complaining. I didn't want a half-ass fight. But Gohan did really well. He did not get eliminated. He held his own, man. But of course, as to be expected, Goku and Vegeta intervened so they can save Gohan behind because Gohan was struggling. That's just the truth. Super Saiyan Blue and Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta, they released their final move, the Gallic Gun and the Kamehameha, and it was a distraction though. Very, very smart. I wonder how they came up with that plan. They didn't really show how they came up with that plan. But there was a distraction because as you guys see, Gohan is already up in the air and he has a full blast Kamehameha ready. And Dr. Pepperoni thinks that, oh yeah, my universe won, we got this, but no, not at all, man. And it seemed I don't think we really see the fusion robot get eliminated. I don't know, maybe they did, but I didn't see Zeno click the tablet. but we see that they do get knocked down when Gohan unleashes the final blow on them. And not to mention, I love this scene. Remember when Beerus acknowledged Master Roshi and finally started calling him Master Roshi instead of Old Man? He also acknowledged Gohan by no longer calling him a kid. So it was very nice to see. And this is such a nice character development of Beerus. Beerus is becoming to understand, I guess, I wouldn't say go so far to say he loves mortal, but he's beginning to respect them. So it's such a nice difference to see from Beerus from the beginning of the series till now. So now toward the end of the episode, as it begins to conclude, Universe 3 looks like they're on their last leg. But Dr. Pepperoni, he starts to laugh. He's like, hey, no, we're not done yet. And even if it costs me my life, I'm going to use my trump card. And he decides to use his trump card. And we see it in episode 121. This creature somehow looks like Frieza. It's just a tad bit similar to Frieza. A big difference, but some way similar to it. But I wonder how that creature came to be. We'll see. I will do a preview on it, prediction with it. And you guys can predict with me what you think that happened in the episode of 121. But let me know what you guys think. Put it in the comment section. Tell me what you think is going to happen in the episode of 121. What do you think is Dr. Pepperoni's trump card? Do you think it's because of that fusion and somehow you're going to suck Frieza and force Frieza to fuse with his robot? And who's going to get eliminated from Universe 7 as this fight concludes? Because if you guys remember, episode 122 is going to feature the Vegeta versus Jiren fight. I think Vegeta is going to fight Jiren in that fight. He challenged the strongest, so who else is the strongest? But it remains to be seen. But who is going to get eliminated as the fight concludes between Universe 7 and Universe 3? So anyways, guys, so that's the end of the video. Drop me a like if you liked the video. Also, too, don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well as turning on that notification bell so you can be up to date with my channel. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and I appreciate the support, everyone. Take care.